All right, you guys, this is a really gorgeous, I don't remember if he is 4 or 5 years old. What I can tell you is he sold as a 2-year-old, unbroke, at a production sale in South Dakota, and some people bought him for their daughter, and I don't think she ever really put any time in him at all. The note said that they had sent him off to a colt breaker last year in October, and he was there for 45 days. So he had 45 days under saddle last fall, October, November, and I'm sure that that guy probably got him to where we see him today. Clinton has been just trying to desensitize him a little bit and work with him with the flag and just get him to where he, you know, where you can flag it and he's, you know, responsive. You'll his hindquarters come to you. He's just in an O-ring. By nobody's standards am I selling him as a trail horse or a real well-broke horse, but this is the perfect performance horse prospect for somebody that has, I have hiccups, I'm sorry. This is the perfect performance horse prospect for somebody who does have the knowledge to finish him out. He's had 45 days with a colt starter, and that was last fall. Is this the second time you've ridden him? Yeah, this is his second ride here. He's a little bit goosey when you go to get on him. You can see it. We didn't want to, what I didn't want was for him to ride him down and for you not to see how green he is. I didn't want him to lope him around and get him to where he was tired and then he looked broker than he is. Super nice horse, just a little bit goosey, beautiful, very, very sound horse. Sound, AQHA registered. I believe he's 4 years old, and he is ready for somebody to take him on and kind of give him a job. But you have to remember that this is probably his second ride out of the round pen, and his first 45 days was with a colt starter and probably just in the round pen, and it was months ago. So I do like that he's picked up from having 6 months off, 6 months plus off, and you know, he's still trying to remember everything he was taught, and he is a beautiful horse. He's very solid made, just super green, but ready for a job, and we'll continue to put some rides on him here. He is AQHA registered. He's Sunfrost bred. Really a pretty horse. Really a pretty moving horse. Yeah, like this is a really pretty moving horse, and he's got a lot of ability, but I just think that he was owned by people for a long time that didn't work with him. Then they did send him off, and by the time they sent him off, he's, you know, 4 or 5 years old and still super green, and their daughter is young. So it just wasn't the perfect situation. But now he can go to somebody that's ready. So if you're in the market for a nice young green broke AQHA registered barrel prospect, rope horse prospect, hell, he could ranch, he could do anything. I mean, he's a good made stout horse, but he's green, but he's a little goosey. I mean, he's a little bit goosey. Like if something were to jump out of the bushes right there, he'd scat for sure, but he doesn't try to break in half or rip and roar. He's not a bad horse. He just needs rides. So Clinton's going to go ahead and go on and ride him. He was a little bit poor when he came here, but he had a little wound on his shoulder. We got that doctored and got weight put on him, and now he is definitely ready to have a job. So anyway, we'll continue to ride him. He will be on the website. He plows 4,000 acres. He's a really good price for being registered and being sound. He just needs rides, you guys. I think you'd be really proud to own him.